Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. So, having completed our little adventure in Southeast Asia... Ooh, one of my political movements into the Filipino national movement. Oh, well, that makes sense. Because we released the Philippines. That makes sense. So, having finished our little adventure in Southeast Asia, we now need to turn inward and relax a bit. We got the private sector building... fertilizer plants and explosives plants in Galicia, which is good. So yeah, so we're going to focus on growth. We're going to focus on continuing to output the resources we need to keep our economy growing, and then we're going to focus on those resources and making sure they're available. So that's going to mean a lot of emphasis on construction sectors. It's going to mean a lot of chilling and not doing too much, and it's going to mean this number going potentially back to zero. Our weekly budget going back to zero, because that's the more we can spend on construction, the better for our overall economy. So let's see. What do we need? We're going to need a little bit more steel. How are we handling the iron situation? Handling the iron situation pretty alright, actually. Yeah, iron is just about balanced. Austria wants a trade agreement. How much influence is this going to cost? Only 100. Yeah, absolutely. Austria, I would be delighted. So, the bad news about the situation is that some of our subjects are very high in liberty desire. Aseh is very high because we forced them into being our puppet. And, of course, the timed modifiers line item, that's from annexing other subjects. Same with Brunei. And same with Cuba. These ones are probably going to ask for higher... Actually, I'm going to reduce subject payments on Cuba for the time being. These are probably going to ask for more autonomy. I'm not inclined to give it to them as of right now. Johor is a principality or protectorate, so I can't reduce subject payments to any effect. But that is what it is. As relations get better, they'll go down in liberty desire, which will also be useful. But it's really Cuba, Brunei, and Aseh that we need to worry about. Aseh is really making me nervous. That said, with Aseh, I can kind of flex. Like, I can give them a... Oh my goodness, look at this kingdom is so heavenly! It's a heavenly kingdom! Oh my gosh, and it's so much of China. Golly gee willikers. Wow. Well, hey, you get them, Heavenly Kingdom. They might actually have a chance this time on their own. Which should be a bit of a surprise. Usually Heavenly Kingdom can't really stand on its own. So we'll see. I am going to go ahead and queue in some more construction sectors. I think I'm going to put a couple more in Navarra, and a couple more in Catalonia. And we'll throw those in... I actually think we'll throw them right in at the end of the one that we're currently building. Because we're outputting a lot more iron now. Which means our capacity to have more construction sectors is really quite high. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. We're actually selling iron on the international market. Which is impressive. So... that means we can for sure afford more construction, increasing the demand for iron. And that'll also help our private sector build stuff faster, in addition to helping our public sector build faster, which is the sort of the primary thing. Alright, cash flow's looking good. Keeping the price of iron rock solid is okay. No glass being used in construction as of now. Price of wood getting pretty expensive, so that's something we need to focus on. Can I get that from subject states? I think maybe. Let's see. Johor, have you got wood supplies? Well, you're not fully in the market. Oh, that's not great. I should build a railway in you. That's what I should do. Mining accident. We've seen this before. A mine in Asturias has collapsed, trapping miners within the dark shafts below. The scale of the accident has made the tragedy a story across Asturias and the nation. They dug me out but left my friend behind. That was all the foreman was able to get out of the wretched boy. Sooty rags clung to him like wispy strands of a torn funeral jacket. Whether he held back his tears for fear of a beating or to keep strong, the foreman did not know. He was spent for the day. The foreman hoped the manager had a mind for mercy. Once again, this is a small price to pay for the march of industry. Stronger industrialists, angry lower strata. This outrageous abuse of the common man cannot continue. Stronger trade unions, angry upper strata, or these mines are a blight on men and countryside alike. Angry middle strata, stronger rural folk. I'm going to go with that third one, as always, because the rural folk is what we're about. Johor does have logging camps, and they do have sawmills. Alright, so yeah, so we'll for sure build up some of those. What about you? Same deal, we'll build a couple there. And then in Brunei, got a little bit of logging in East Borneo. So that'll be nice. That'll be a nice solid industrial expansion in our subjects. Do I want to arrange it this way? I think I want to do the ones in Aceh first. East Borneo, oh man, East Borneo's got bad construction efficiency debuffs. That is a shame. Cash flow is still rock solid. Iron supply is not completely under control, but it's good. I could afford to expand the size of the construction sector just a hair more. So let's do it. We'll do it. We'll throw those right in at the top to get them finished out and done. And then we'll get working on this artillery foundry once again. And that'll be nice. And that'll probably put us right at about a 0 balance. Our max gold reserves are actually 2.8 million, or 2.5 million, which is not that high. But our economy is still, this is still an early game economy. This is the 11th largest economy in the game, with the first 3 being British Raj, China, and China. By which I mean British Raj and then both halves of China, which is Great Qing and the Heavenly Kingdom. Let's take a look at how that war is going. It looks like Heavenly Kingdom is losing. Yeah. Great Qing is losing 1 war support per week. Heavenly Kingdom is losing 3 because they've been losing battles. Plus Great Qing has... Oh no, they both have war support protection right now. So where's the Heavenly Kingdom's capital? Let's find out. Oh my goodness, it's Ningxia. It's actually, it's completely occupied by the government. So that means they're going to probably lose, yeah, they've now lost war support protection. So actually, this Heavenly Kingdom, the Taiping Rebellion is probably going to be gone pretty soon. Great Qing is, of course, Heavenly Kingdom is holding this little bit inside China, but, the government forces do have significant occupation of these 2 states as well. And some occupation here in eastern Guangdong. So, yeah, I think overall we're probably going to see the Taiping Rebellion falling apart not too long. Oh, yeah, they got Sichuan. Alright, so that's effectively over. Which is a shame. It's always fun to see a run in which there's a Qing explosion or similar such thing. So, now, as our subjects get higher in liberty desire, they're going to be able to start asking for more autonomy. Us refusing is going to reduce our relations with them. So we're going to need to keep a close eye on that. Johor and the Philippines are going down in liberty desire. That's rock solid. And that's part of why I don't need to build in Johor right now, so I think I'll focus actually my, my construction in other areas. Again, Aceh, Brunei, and Cuba. I could build in Cuba some. What does Cuba produce that's... Cuba's also short on market access. Oh, that's not great. But railway is being built. Alright, so that's fine. What about Puerto Rico? Is Puerto Rico short on market access? No, they're good to go. So, Puerto Rico produces coffee, tobacco, sugar, and bananas. Cuba produces tobacco, sugar, coffee, and bananas. But Puerto Rico also has the potential to produce... Okay, no, it's just livestock and rice farms. The 2 standard standard agricultural buildings. We got some low organization in some of our armies. That's right, we got a 5th Spanish army. This can go. And a 2nd Spanish fleet. This can go. That'll be just fine. So, doing good, keeping reputable, not going too buck wild over here. Civil war in Switzerland. That's not ideal. Philippine attitude improved. Alright, beautiful. That's very good. Getting better relations with the Italian states. Johor is going... Yes, Johor is going down in Liberty Desire. I already knew that. I was already paying attention to that. I definitely wasn't completely ignoring it. Alright, so Aceh is now in high Liberty Desire. That line item, minus 0.09 from change rate scaling, is kind of an illusory item. They're actually going up by 13. So this is going to be potentially a real tough one to deal with here in Aceh if we can't get their Liberty Desire going down. Now, they are extremely dependent on us economically. So one thing I could do is just go ahead and say yes when their Liberty Desire gets to the point where they can ask for higher autonomy. That would cost me some cash, but honestly, I'm not too concerned about that. My cash flow is very, very good right now. On the other hand, if I say no, I do have the necessary influence to continue to improve relations with them. So I think that's something that I could definitely make happen. Obviously, I'm not doing the colonial game in Africa really at all. Interesting. USA is guaranteeing Morocco. Hey, USA, do you want to be, like, friends or something? Some kind of friending situation? Oh, they've got a power block already. The Grand Alliance. What are you? You're an ideological union. Interesting. Alright, so that's right out for us. French Republic has the Unity League. That's a military treaty. They're the aggressive coordination one. Interesting. So this is potentially a good power block for us to join, except they don't have any leverage over us. The leverage is extremely low. So we've got a good vintage event. The wine produced in Valencia has been lauded by sommeliers as outstanding. When people say that something ages like wine, they don't always make the distinction between wine and wine. So let me make that distinction. If you can get your hands on a bottle from Valencia, that bottle can be more than just a good time. It can be an investment. So, we have two options. Make this an exclusive product for export, which is 5% extra prestige, or increase production to meet the booming demand, 50% building throughput. Let's take a quick look and see how expensive wine is in our market. Oh, it's not at all expensive? Cool. We'll make this for export. Wine's dirt cheap. Can I export any of this somewhere? No? Okay. I don't even know why we have those vineyards. Doesn't seem like anybody wants the wine, so... Alright, so here is Cuba requesting higher autonomy. So, if we increase their autonomy dominion, that'll drop their Liberty Desire only by 30. Okay, interesting. It'll establish a bidirectional truce for 60 months, and it'll, and Spanish relations towards Cuba deteriorates by 30. If declined, it increases their Liberty Desire, by 20. And if declined, it increases their Liberty Desire by 10, and deteriorates relations by 30. I'm going to decline. So that's going to make their Liberty Desire go up. But, wow, it's still going way, way up. Oh, this might be a problem. So we might have to fight off all of our subject states, but that's okay. Let's take a quick look. I should build in them some. Are they dependent on me? Economically, they are to an extent. So what do they produce? There's a lot of... We need to get export routes going for tobacco. Oh, nobody wants to buy our tobacco. What if I set it to encourage exports? Does anyone want to buy it now? Still nobody. Basically nobody. Okay, interesting. What about silk? I'm sure we can sell silk abroad. There's always people that want to buy silk. I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. Is there any stuff that Cuba produces that's moderately expensive? Doesn't look like it. Does not look like it. Curious. Actually. Ooh. There's dialectics. That's a really important one. Because this will strengthen our universities, increasing the amount of innovation they output by 50%, which isn't a lot at this stage of the game, because we've only got 2, but is going to be more later. In fact, speaking of which, I'm going to throw this railway at the top here. Just make sure that gets very solidly in progress before these logging camps get started. I'm going to do a university expansion. Now's a good time to do a university expansion because I've got a lot of cash flow. How's the paper supply? Paper supply is alright. It's not as great as it could be, but it's alright. So, first things first, 3 more levels in Toledo. 5 levels in Castile. 2 levels each in Catalonia, Navarra, and this is Asturias, right? No, that's Galicia. Where's Asturias? Asturias is one of our high pop... No. Where's our other high population states? Valencia. And then 1 in each of the others. And what that's going to do is, number 1, it's going to provide a ton of qualifications. To support this, where do we have our paper mills? Our paper mills are mostly in Madrid. Let's double check on that before I go too far. These expansions. We're going to slaughterhouses. Shut up. You're not going to be unproductive. You're just pretending. I've tanked the price of meat. Sell it abroad! Oh my goodness, look at all these countries that want to purchase my meat. Here we go, we'll sell to Britain, Austria, and Prussia. Heck yes. Everyone can have a nice thick slice of Spain's meat. Alright, here. Make sure to capture that for the the memes later. Alright, so we got paper mills in Toledo and Navarra. The ones in Toledo are the most productive. They're all productive, and they're all going to be increasingly productive. So we'll increase each of these levels by 2. And what we'll do is we'll intersperse them. So the ones in Toledo are going to be higher up in order to take advantage of the new universities in Toledo specifically. And then the ones in Navarra are going to be further down, right after the universities in Navarra get built, to take advantage of the closeness there. And that is going to keep our paper supply rock solid as the game goes on. Cash flow is still looking really solid. How's the price of iron? I could increase the size of the construction sector again. Might be a little dumb, but, you know, I've been dumb before. Unfortunately, those logging camps got built before the railway was finished, so that situation will be a little bit tough for just a bit. Ooh, I need myself a motor industry, so let's get one of those built. That was smart. I built a railway, didn't have a motor industry. So smart, so good at things. Such a great video games player. Let's go ahead and import some motors just to cover the costs right now. America can produce those. They're a nice, good, reliable trading partner. That's going to tank the price, and that's okay. That'll get them building. So I'm about to do a university increase. Do I risk an increase in the size of the construction sector, or do I wait until the universities are finished? I think we actually do increase the size of the construction sector. We've got quite a few sectors, so let's build up Valencia next. Valencia has a lot of labor available, and that'll be a completely reasonable place to build up. Let's build the motor industries first, so it's not going to go that fast, but that's okay. Now let's take a look at the investment pool. Investment pool is actually extremely full right now, so I might even be able to go up to 24 construction sectors. Where are we with technology? We're working on canneries. That's going to be just fine. Yeah, we're clearing out production. So I think after that, oh my gosh, we've got so many tier 2s in society. An anti-American league. There's canneries. All right, let me take a second here. We're almost assuredly going to be canning meat because we got tons and tons of meat. And that's going to produce a lot of extra groceries. America is going after Japan to get investment rights. Hey, America, do you want a hand? For a power block embassy? America? No. Give me it. Give me the money! Give me the money! How strong is America? America's the number 5 great power. Wow, actually, I don't think I can take America. But I might be able to take China in a thing. That was something we talked about a while back. Has China started to fix their military? It looks like no. Let's take a quick look around. Okay, they do have line infantry now. Okay, yeah, they got a lot of line infantry. Which might mean they're not quite so much of a pushover as they were back when I was threatening them in the very early game. What's this? This is Dutch East Indies trying to annex Jambi. And Jambi has the support of Yogyakarta and Surakarta. So I could potentially step in here for a war goal. Let me see, I could do a conquer war goal. Dutch East Indies as a set wouldn't be too much infamy. Plus I can hand that territory over to a set. There's a temptation there. What about other elements? Anyone else? Yeah, the Netherlands might step in. That's not too bad. Could use a little foreign adventurism. Let's do it. As for conquer state, and I can only conquer these for myself, it seems like. So yeah. Yeah, we'll unify a Seh under a Seh. And we'll just pass that over once they're done. So, we'll do that. Unpause for a moment. That gets us into the war. We'll mobilize the armies. There is a front. So let's go ahead and grab the Spanish Expeditionary Force. Put them on the front, and we'll grab the Royal Guard. We'll put them on the front as well. We'll put them in the front over here. And then let me see. The Royal Armada of Spain is all the way over here. So we'll bring them just to the general area. I don't know if my units are going to have time to get all the way here, but hopefully they'll be able to get there and bolster the front lines before the thing goes too far sideways. Alright, that's doing much better for our cash flow. And by better, I mean worse, but that's not actually a problem. Can-do attitude. Soldiers are complaining that they have no way to open their canned food. Sure, the food's a bit better, but what's the point if we can't get at it? Some lads use rocks, others knives. The only reliable thing is how bloody annoying it is to eat. Spend some money to develop a way. That's not that much money. Or they'll figure it out. Angry armed forces. We'll go with the first one. I would like to have my armed forces happier, please, and I think I know how to achieve that. We'll increase military wages. That's going to be a cost problem, but it's going to get us this patriotic fervor thing. That's going to give us extra attack and defense, which is very, very good. Okay. Doing pretty solid with the government. Doing pretty alright with the government. Japanese shogunate backs down. Alright, that's not shocking. They back down to the United States. Oh yeah, my units are definitely not going to get here in time. They've decided to hold with only annexing Jambi instead of adding more war goals. In particular, they haven't added any war goals against me, which is a little bit of a shocker. I assumed they would take the opportunity to do that, but looks like they've not. Here's hoping I can make this happen, because it looks like they might be able to just outrun me completely on this. And if they do, that would be a real tragedy. But we'll see. So they're going to get there. Alright. Force comparison there is good. How much of Jambi have we lost? Only a little. Only a little. If we can get there. No! 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 Don't get Jambi! Alright. Force comparison here is a lot better. Alright. We're taking it back. We're taking it back. Beautiful. That is just beautiful. Do we have anyone raiding convoys? We do. Beautiful. Force comparison here is excellent. So we'll be pushing forward in all directions. Actually, I need to bring the Coastal Defense Force over here, because this front is going to split. And I don't want to be in a situation where I'm trying to defend split fronts. In fact, both of these fronts are going to split, so I'm going to need to bring both forces. Those are just the facts, because defending split fronts is a giant hairball. Yogyakarta has bailed out of the war. That's unfortunate, but we're holding. Brunei is asking for greater autonomy. I'm going to decline. That is just sensible policy at this stage. Jambi does have war support protection, so they'll be holding here. Alright, so as you can see, this front has split. And unfortunately, the enemy is going to that front, so hopefully we can get an army in there. And there's a Seh. Alright, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So, let's take a quick look at relations. Relations are cordial with Brunei, so I'm going to improve them. Relations are cordial with the Seh, so I'm going to improve them. Relations are cordial with Cuba, so I'm going to improve them. That's the play. You improve relations after you say no to them so that they feel better about what you're not giving them. We've actually got good hold of both of these states. And hopefully we can successfully defend this front. Alright, this front is just one front, but this second front is another, well, is a second front. So we'll go ahead and move one unit in there. Oh, excellent. These fronts merged. Oh, beautiful. Alright. That is just great. Beautiful. Alright. I think this war is ours, friends. I think we've got what we want to get. Feeling really good. Feeling really, really good. Feeling kind of overconfident. Let's increase the size of the construction sector. I know that's something that feels very pedestrian and not like an overconfident thing, but like, you know, it's good. It's a big one. This might have been a mistake, because now I'll need to conquer Jambi independently, but I'm still thinking I'm in a good spot. Their capital is held by us, and they're losing war support rapidly. So I think we're going to be... I think they still have... They don't have war support protection. Right, because I'm holding the capital. So it doesn't matter that I'm not holding a Seh. Although now I'm holding a Seh, so... all my troops air-handled themselves back to Spain. Alright, so let's do a naval invasion in the Sunda Isles. That's going to take a long time, but it's not really going to matter unless they can naval invade me somewhere, which I don't think they can. I mean, I suppose they could theoretically, but I think in practice it's not going to happen. The AI is not that mentally nimble in this game. So I am a stakeholder in this piece. So so Jambi needs to have what they want to have. Duchy City needs to be willing to give up what Jambi wants in order to... I don't know why they got an increase in independence, an increase in autonomy and independence on here. Hey, rifling. Excellent. Let's get making rifles. Huzzah. Everyone loves rifles. Modernizing the arsenal. The change in large-scale production from smoothbore muskets to rifles in the arms industry in Navarra has ushered in a new era for small arms production in Spain. Even from 1,000 yards, you can still take the shot. Forward artillery positions can be harassed. Bayonet charges stop before they've even commenced. The advantages are innumerable. Unless we develop sufficient manufacturing capabilities to produce these weapons, we're bound to face disaster on the battlefield. The Pamplona arsenal shall be famed throughout the world. 20% extra arms industry throughput, artillery foundry throughput, and migration attraction. Or, Spain shall be at the forefront of military innovation. Half the migration attraction, a quarter of the arms industry and artillery foundry throughput. But 4.15k progress on repeaters. I'm definitely going to go with the progress on repeaters, and getting free innovation as a country whose tech is a little bit limited in the early game is very, very good, and I will almost always take that. Beautiful. So, I've got Aseh. Aseh, you've been mostly loyal. Here. Enjoy Aseh. Now they're rebellious. Why did they become rebellious? Oh, because now their liberty desire is going up. Alright, so time modifiers is down to plus 0.4. So hopefully, those time modifiers will be down to 0.2 pretty soon. And things will be better after that. We're almost done. Harvest conditions started. Heat wave. Intensity of 3.8. That's not too bad. I'm not getting the starvation pop-up. But let's take a quick look at food security. Yeah, no, we're doing fine. We're doing just fine. Very small number of people in mild starvation. Yeah, just a little bit of starvation. Whereabouts is that, actually? It's in Aceh. It's in West Borneo. Ooh, West Borneo. Not doing super great. West Borneo, the Canaries, Badajoz, and Puerto Rico. Alright, those are places we need to build up. Grain supplies. West Borneo. Oof. Okay, you can't do anything about that. What did I say? The Sunda Isles? These are the Canaries. I said the Canaries, right? I'm not making that up. Canary Isles and Badajoz. That's right. And Eastern Andalusia. Badajoz. Badajoz has no farms. Eastern Andalusia. My Spanish geography is horrid. Ooh, rice farms are not doing super hot. Curious. Alright, well, we'll sneak those in. We're not going to do them anytime soon, at least. You know what? I'll queue them in at the top. So, rural folk petition government. Representing his constituents in the rural folk, Jorge Martinez Campos has issued a formal petition to the Spanish government to pass protectionism. One last matter for the day, sir. Members of your constituency arrived this morning. They're asking rather loudly and insistently if you would meet with them about new legislation. Is that it? Goodness, you look as if you've seen a ghost. I'm sure we can spare the last stars of the light for them, can't we? I believe so, sir. They were not taking no for an answer. We'll see what we can do. Yeah, I absolutely would do protectionism. In fact, let's get it going right now. Oh, everyone hates it. But no one hates it. No one who hates it is going to be mad enough to actually try to stop it. So, that'll be just fine. Industrialists will be pleased, landowners will be pleased, and everything will be hunky-dory. Give them what they want. Bread and protectionism. That's what the saying is, right? Oh, we'll queue up these paper mills to finish first. And that'll be just fine. So we need to complete this before 5 years. It's not going to be a problem. I don't anticipate any problems. It's all success from here, basically. 0 stall chance, so hopefully that means it won't be a problem. I'm extremely confident. I'll definitely be able to do it. Oh, tempting fate is fun. Alright, so, with that being said, that is actually all the time we got for this episode, my nerds. I have had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you on the other side.